Hey guys, so a little disclaimer before we get into the video. There's going to be some points in the video where the audio is going to seem lower than other times. So just bear with me. I'm so sorry about that. I have a new mic and I'm not really used to recording with it, but I promise next video audio will be better, okay? So enjoy the video. Thank you. And today we're going to be recapping episode 14 of Baddies Midwest. So the episode starts off with Ahna and Biggie jumping Nunu, which I thought was so whack. They were so whack for that because, I mean, like you see Nunu, she's a small girl. She's only like slightly bigger than Ahna. Like there was really no need to jump her. Like it just was not fair. Like Biggie's big ass is already like almost twice her size, but anyway, whatever. What I also didn't like was the fact that none of the other baddies tried to stop it. You know, like they didn't try to intervene and tell them, "Hey, you guys, don't jump her." I think like Natalie said something, but like, they didn't like, they didn't really do much. They just let it happen, and I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't really like that. Like I remember a couple of episodes back when Summer tried to jump in the fight with Emma and Bad Dolly. Ivory jumped in and she pulled her ass off and said, "Hey girl, no jumping." So I was kind of expecting somebody to do that, but nobody did it. I don't know if it's because they don't really care for Nunu or they don't really know her. Most of the baddies there don't really know her, so I guess they didn't, you know, think to do anything or jump in or say anything. So I don't know, but I just thought that was really weird. And Anna and Biggie really think they did their big one by jumping Nunu. No, you guys look whack as hell. You guys look so pussy. It's not even funny. But anywho, they ran multiple rounds. I think Anna and Nunu had like maybe one or two rounds where they had like two rounds where they fought just them alone, like without Biggie jumping in. And Nunu, she did her big one on Anna. She did her big one. She blacked Anna's eye. Like she gave her a nice big knot right over her right eye. Anna was so upset about that. She was crying. She went in the bathroom with Tasiki and Biggie. And she was really pissed. She was so mad. She was tripping. But she covered her black eye with makeup because when she came out of the bathroom, you couldn't really see the knot anymore. And shout out to Tasiki for telling Biggie when they were in the bathroom. She was telling Biggie, when you see Anna fighting Nunu, let her fight. Basically telling her like don't jump in. So shout out to Tasiki for telling Biggie that. Because Biggie's big ass shouldn't be jumping anybody. She shouldn't be helping anybody jump anybody, especially when the person they're jumping is like half her size. Like that is such an unfair fight. And Biggie really had no reason to jump Nunu. Uh, she said on Instagram, and this reason was so stupid, but she said on Instagram how the reason she jumped Nunu was because Jo, who was a cast member, well, a replacement on the last season, Baddies Caribbean, Jo jumped Biggie at the reunion, the Baddies Caribbean reunion. And well, she didn't jump her, like she just slapped her. She slapped her like a couple of times and Biggie didn't really do anything. She just let Jo slap her and she didn't do shit. So, but which is stupid because I mean, you had the opportunity to hit Jo. No one was holding you back. You had the perfect opportunity to fight Jo, to hit Jo, and you didn't do it. And now and she was right in your face too. And now that you're on a new season of Baddies and Nunu's here, and now you want to jump her because of what Jo did. Like it's stupid. It's really stupid. But I just think Biggie's pussy, and she knows damn well she can't fight Jo, because Biggie can't fight. Like she couldn't even fight Nunu, and Jo can fight. So I think, you know. Biggie said, "You know what? I know I can't fight Jo, but I could probably take Nunu, so let me just go after her, which again, it's a pussy move. And that's why I can't respect Biggie. She goes after people who she 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 thinks she can fight. You know, I don't want to say she knows she can fight because Biggie can't fight, but she goes after people that are usually smaller than her and that she thinks she can take. So anyway, when it was Biggie's turn to run her one with Nunu, she just kept like, squaring up like she was gonna do something and running her mouth and, really making it look like she was gonna throw a punch or something. She didn't do shit. And Anna had to sneak Nunu from behind, hit her in the back of her head for Biggie to attempt to hit Nunu, which again, just whackity whack whack. Like, oh my god. These girls are sad. And Zeus had the audacity to give them a confessional together. Man. So at one point, Scotty tries to check Nunu, and she says, I don't really like have an issue with you, but last season, you were like, intervening and inserting yourself in, like a conversation, argument that really didn't have nothing to do with you, and Nunu had to tell her, look, my beef with Anna has nothing to do with what happened um last season. It's about what she's saying now. She's running her mouth. She's talking about my baby daddy. She's talking about my mom. I think she spoke about someone else in her family too that's close to her. So Nunu was basically saying, like, we did what we did at the reunion, but like my beef with her now is what she's doing online. And I let her, you know, get away with talking about my family for so long, and and now, well, not now, but after Anna, talk shit about her family and her baby daddy and her mom and whatever, whatever. And mind you, Nunu's mom is deceased. Only then after, only then after that fact, Nunu got personal and started, running her mouth about Anna too. Which I think is fair. You talk shit about my peoples, I'm gonna talk shit about your peoples too. You gonna hit below the belt, I'm gonna hit below the belt. Fair is fair. So they all understood, and I mean, I don't even know why Scotty's even. Scotty never really knows what's going on. I don't even know why she's interjecting and giving her 2 cents. So things calm down a little bit, and the baddies, some of the baddies, like they're saying they're welcoming Nunu. Hey, how are you? Blah blah blah. She gets to introduce herself and say hi to all the baddies. The baddies that were there last year. I mean, last season. They greet her and hey Nunu, blah blah blah. Like Nunu, she's okay. I kind of like her. Apart from her, inserting herself in the whole Mariah on a beef. Apart from that, I like Nunu. She's cool. I didn't like her interjecting in Anna and Mariah's beef. I thought that was so random because it really had nothing to do with her. So I kind of agree with Scotty in that sense. But like, you know, apart from that, she's cool. I like her. I like how she stands on business. And she could fight. She could really fight. She got hands. But yeah, basically they ran multiple fades. Anna, Biggie, Nunu, and like I said, Anna got her black eye. Biggie didn't really get any damage done to her because she just, I don't know, she fights like she's swimming, like she can't fight. Um, as for Nunu, for someone who got jumped, she didn't have any damage done to her. I mean, she got her wig pulled off, but that's about it. They didn't do no damage to her, and you guys jumped her, and you still couldn't, like, you guys still didn't do no damage to her, so that's good, Props to Nunu, kudos for her. So yeah, they ran multiple fades until Natalie had to say, "Okay, guys, wrap it up. Like we're done. We're done. Like no more. We were in the range room, so we gotta wrap it up. Next scene, done." And Anna was walking away, running her mouth per usual, like she really did something, like like, and really bragging about the fact that her and Biggie jumped Nunu. Oh my gosh. Like if that's something to be proud of. Anyways, So in the next scene, we see the baddies doing what they should be doing in a rage room, taking their rage out, breaking stuff. They put Summer and Natalie in one room, and Summer was just, hey, she was going off. She really, really had some rage in her because the last episode, Natalie told all the baddies that if you if you damage anything on the bus and the houses, whatever, like it's coming out of your check. And I think Summer caused some damage on the bus by peeing on the bus or something. And she Natalie let them know that it's gonna be coming out of your check. So Summer was pissed because she knew whatever damage she did on the bus was coming out of her check. So she's just going ham, breaking shit. And Natalie's like, whoa, calm down, like easy, like I thought it was funny. I was hoping something would hit Natalie. I was hoping Summer would break something and it would hit Natalie by chance. Natalie said, this is Krishan all over again. So in the next scene, we have Rolly's big ass, and Jaden. So yeah, the next scene we have Rolly and Jaden Alexis in one room again, breaking shit. And at one point Rolly falls. She slipped on something and she fell, and I wish they had shown that in real time and not in slow motion, cuz that would have been way funnier to watch. But they look like they were having fun. This looks fun. This looks like something that I want to do. This looks fun. Arrange room. I don't know if the other baddies got to break anything, or how many range rooms are in this place, but these were the only baddies that we saw. Breaking shit and whatnot. So the next scene, we see the other baddies in a room. Don't know where in the range room they are, but we see Tinkerbella. She gets to tripping because she wants to know. Well, not she wants to know, but basically she's in a room with her op, which is Pretty P, and they don't really have beef anymore, but she wants to squabble with Pretty P because Pretty P's sister kicked Diamond at their last booking. So Tinkerbella wants to squabble with Pretty P because of that. And Pretty P knows this. Pretty P knows that she's going to have to run a fade with Tinkerbella. But Tinkerbella starts tripping out now because, she's in a room with her and she wants to know, okay, are we running the fade now? Are we running it later? Like, what's happening? What's going on? Like, I'm tired of waiting to fight. If I gotta fight, like, I want to know when it's happening and whatever, like, I'm tired of y'all, uh, telling me when to fight. And I'm just thinking, like, this is so random. We already know the producers put her up to this because this is just so damn random. Like, Pretty P's just sitting there. She's looking pretty, chilling, calm, not even worrying about Tinkerbella. Like, you could tell she's not on that type of timing, but you never know. With these baddies, they like to sneak, you gotta stay ready so you don't gotta get ready, right? So I kind of get why, sort of get why Tinkerbella is like tripping. So then, she calls out Bad Dolly, and she tells Bad Dolly, like, okay, like, I know I threw the drink in your face, and I know I gotta run my ones with you. I gotta run a fade with you. And Bad Dolly's like, yeah, for sure. Well, it is what it is, but like, we already spoke. We spoke about this, and Bad Dolly, she's calm and stuff too, like Pretty P, but she got up and she was matching Tinkerbella's energy. She got up and she was like, yo, like, if it's smoke in the air, I'ma smoke it, you know? So she's like, she's letting her know, like, it is what it is, I'm cool, you're cool, but, like, we already spoke about this, so why are we, you know, like, why are we going back to this? We already spoke. And Tinkerbella's like, all right, cool, you're cool, I'm cool, hey, say less. So that was done and over with. So then Akbar tells, Tinka, like, like we don't even like gotta worry about that right now. Like, let's go, like trying to, wrap up the scene, change the subject type of thing. And like we know the producers told Akbar to do this. So Tinkerbella starts tripping on Akbar like, yo, don't intervene in my shit. I don't wanna like I don't need you to chime in. It's not your time to speak. It's my time. I have the floor, blah, blah, blah. And Akbar's like, I don't even care about all of that. I'll talk because I want to talk. I'll speak when I want to speak, you know? As she should, because, like, no grown woman should be telling another grown woman when they can and can't speak. Like, what do you think this is? But Tinkerbella is not trying to hear any of that because she's already on 10. So they get to arguing. And then I think Tinkerbella threw water at Akbar. I think she threw a water bottle at her. And then Akbar threw water at Tinkerbella. And then they basically they're trying to get to each other, but it's like they playing ring around the rosy around the pool table, girl. They couldn't square up with each other. They couldn't touch each other, nothing. They were just like running around that pool table. Like there was so much security there, like nobody got to touch anybody. Nobody got to do anything. Yeah, it was a shit show, but they needed somebody to go after Akbar, and no one was willing to do it except Tinkerbella. So, Tinkerbella, she got her opportunity and she took it. And what I mean by that is if you follow like the drama that goes on Instagram, cuz girl, I feel like there's more drama between the baddies on Insta. The show is really on Instagram, guys. The stuff that you see in the episodes is nothing compared to the drama. Like these baddies, they really be going back and forth on IG. They really be getting into it on IG, okay? That's where the juicy stuff is. That's where like that's where all the beef really is. Like what you see in the episodes is BS. Like it's all like anyway. So apparently Akbar said that they were trying to get somebody to go after her. I think the somebody's being Rolly and Tasiki. Yeah, from what she said, production was trying to get Rolly and Tasiki to start shit with Akbar, and they both said no because they both like Akbar. So they asked Tinkerbella to try to start something with Akbar, and she agreed to it, and she did it, and this is what she did in this scene. So yeah. But I mean, hey, take it with a grain of salt because that's what Akbar said. So, some of these baddies, they be lying, they be exaggerating, making up shit. So, allegedly, allegedly, according to Akbar. That's what she said. So anyway, the next scene, they put the baddies, they put them in groups, and this is some more tea that was spilled on IG. Okay, so DTB Diamond the Body, she said on Instagram how they split them up into groups. They didn't really show it in the episode; it was edited out. But they had split the baddies. That was gonna say baddies. The baddies into groups, and they put them in rooms. So one of the groups was Summer, Pretty P, Jaden, Nunu, and I think Bad Dolly, and Tinkerbella. Yeah. So they put them in a room, and of course, Zeus being messy as they are, they're gonna put ops with ops. So they put Pretty P and Tinkerbella in the same room, and Tinkerbella starts tripping again. She's like, why y'all put me in this room with her? Y'all know I don't like her, blah 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 blah. Y'all know she my op. Why would you guys put me in the same room as her? And again, Pretty P, she's just standing there, looking pretty, keeping it cute, keeping it classy, she not saying nothing, not doing nothing, just being cool, calm, just she not saying shit. So Tinkerbella again, she starts tripping and whatever. And Pretty P is just like, yo, like, I'm being cool. I'm respecting you. Like you don't gotta do all of that, like you know. And Tinkerbella's like, oh shh, don't talk to me, blah blah blah. And Pretty P is like, well, you talking to me, like, you're talking to me, so I'm gonna talk back to you, you know. And Tinkerbella's like, oh no, don't talk to me, blah 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 blah. Like, I don't want to hear you. Like, don't talk to me, and you know, you need to shush. And Pretty P's like, no, I don't gotta shush. Which again, as she should, because like, who are you to tell another grown woman when to speak, girl? So I'm with her on that. So, you know, but Tinkerbella, being the stubborn Taurus she is, you know, trying to bully Pretty P, and the producers had to get involved and like, you know, intervene a little bit, because like, you know, Tinkerbell was getting more heated. And anyway, they end up hitting each other, and they had to separate Pretty P. And I think after that, the other baddies ended up leaving the room. I don't know what was the point of them putting them in the room, but I mean, whatever. It's to start beef, you know, or it's to not to start beef, but it's for something to happen. It's for a squabble to happen. So in the next scene now, we have Natalie on the sprinter with the newgies, the newbies. So yeah, I was surprised at that. I was like, okay, Natalie, you know, normally she would be on the PJ with the OGs, but you know, she didn't do that. She decided to ride with the newbies this time. You know, I like that. So okay, go CEO. So they're on the sprinter. You know, everybody's vibing. I think they're getting ready to do baddie baddie shot o'clock like they always do. And you know, Natalie notices that, like, you know, one person's not really, you know, on the same vibe as everybody else, and it's Diamond. Diamond's in the back of the sprinter, and she's just, you know, down. She's not happy, and you know, so Natalie goes in the back to talk to Diamond, you know, um, to, you know, console her, see, you know, see what's wrong with her, find out what's wrong. She wants to talk to her, you know, and Diamond's basically like, I quit, you know, like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm over this. I want to go home. Like, I don't want to be here, blah blah blah. And you know, Diamond, she has, like, you know, things going on. She has personal problems that she's dealing with that she doesn't really want to, like, get into or tell anybody. You know, she has like, I think she said her aunt was sick or something, so she had like family back home that needed her, and you know, just all that was on her mind. And you know, just being like, you know, in that environment with the baddies, where like every 2 minutes, you know, there's fights, you know, stupid pointless fights for no reason. And you know, she's just over it. Like, that's not, you know, what that type of energy that she wants to be around, you know. You know, she already has like stuff going on in her life, and you know, she don't want to be around that negative energy. So I totally get it. um so she's just crying and expressing how, you know, she's upset. And you know, I told the other girls, you know, not to fight over this and that, and you know, I'm just, you know, I'm over it, and blah 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 blah, like all this fighting, and I can't take it anymore. And Summer was like, she was not having it, girl. Summer, like, she interjected, and she was like, no, like, girl, save those crocodile tears, save those tattoo tears. Like, you know, because when it was my girl, when my girl had to fight um uh whoever, and she got her hand broken, and you know, she can't do this and she can't do that because her hand is broken. Like, you know, nobody really cared. There was no sympathy there. So what, you want us to have sympathy for you? You want us to, you know, feel bad for you and your friend? No. Like, you're not getting that here. So Summer was not trying to hear it. She's like, no, that victim shit, it's not gonna work with me. You're not gonna get me to feel sorry for you, because, you know, like, my bitch had to run a fade. She got her hand broken, and she's still here. She's still, you know, doing her thing. She's still, you know, she sucked it up, and you know, she's shown really bad, real bad, baddie behavior. You know, she's shown real baddie behavior, and you're not. You know, so she got up, and you know, her and DTB, they, you know, they're arguing back and forth for a little bit, and DTB is like, yeah, well, you know, that's why I don't want to be here, because no one really cares. No one really cares about anything that happens to anybody and blah 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 blah. That's why I just want to go home and, you know, I don't like the environment that's here. And then Natalie, she interjects and she's like, like you don't want to leave and, you know, basically you don't want to leave and you have this like basically saying like, okay, you have this opportunity, um you're on TV, you have all this clout. The clout's not gonna last for long. The wave in Hollywood, it goes up, it goes down, whatever. So just, while you have your fame, while you're the hot topic, while the camera's on you, seize that and like, use it to your advantage because the camera's not gonna be on you for long. You might be famous this year, next year, like you know, nobody's checking for you. So Natalie was basically telling her that, and she's like, like, don't even worry about it. It's really not that bad here. It's not so bad. Like, don't even stress it. Like, just, telling her, like, just chin up, chin up. So in the next scene, we see all the baddies at the club. I think this is their last night in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Right before they head over to Indianapolis, yeah. So they're in the club, they're turning up. All the baddies look good. Some of the baddies are not happy to be there because they had beef, just finished fighting, whatever. So some of the baddies, their energy is just off. Anna's there with her eye covered after she got that black eye from Nunu, and has the audacity to say, "Oh, I see Nunu with her wig and her bangs. She had to wear bangs to cover up her eye." And I'm like, "Girl, you didn't give Nunu a black eye. She gave you a black eye. So she's wearing her bangs cuz she want to wear her bangs." Okay? Like, she doesn't have a black eye to cover unlike you with your shades. So, anyway. So then we see Rolly, and Rolly's just looking like, I don't know. Her face, the way her face was looking, she just looked like she was smelling shit. She just looked like she didn't want to be there. Like, I don't know, like something was bothering her. She just kept turning up her face, like she was smelling something frowsy. But anyway, the baddies look good. They turned up, whatever. Next day now, the baddies, they're packing up to go to Indianapolis. And Diamond is still wondering if she should stay, if she should go. And I'm like, girl, just stay. You're already there. Just stay there. Like, girl, get your coin, get your bag. Just be like Scotty or Tasiki. Like, you don't always have to be the main character, girl. Just, do the bare minimum like Tasiki or Jayla. Just, girl, just fade to the back. Just fade to the back. Just, any drama, anything that comes up, just fade to the back. Be like a fly on the wall, like Tasiki. You don't always got to be the main character. Just, you know, don't let it phase you. Don't let it bother you. Don't jump in. Don't do anything. You know, you'll still get your check. So yeah, so the baddies board the bus, and Nunu and Slim end up joining them on the bus. And the baddies, they don't really seem to have a problem with Nunu coming on the bus. Nunu came back as a baddie. But some of the baddies seem to have an issue with Slim, specifically Summer and Emma. And I don't know why Emma had a problem with Slim being on the bus, talking about how, she's an assistant, she's not really a baddie, she shouldn't be here. Like, girl, you were just on the chopping block like 2 episodes ago, okay? So you shouldn't be worried about anybody being here, not being here, who should not be here, whatever, because you're basically still on the show because of sympathy. They felt sorry for you. So just like, not too much on Slim, girl. Not too much on Slim. You're still a newbie. But yeah, all the other baddies seem to embrace her. Ivory seems to embrace her. Tinkerbella. So when Slim gets on the bus, she says hi to everybody, and then she goes up to Summer, and she checks Summer, and she's basically like, okay, so do you still have a problem with me? Because I know last time me and you, like, we ran our ones and everything, and I told you next time I see you, I'ma see you. So what's good? Like, are we good? Like, what's up? And Summer's basically telling her, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm with whatever, we could run it. We could run another fade, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, I don't, think that, you should be here. You're not a baddie. You're an assistant, but you should be assisting all the baddies if you're going to be here as an assistant, And it's like, I don't even know why this is still a conversation, because Rolly already told you guys when you tried to jump Slim, um, well, not jump, but like when she fought Slim in the last episode, in front of uh Rolly and Jayla, you know, Rolly already told you guys she's my assistant, you know? So I don't even know why Summer would tell her, "Oh, you need to be assistant for all the baddies." No, Rolly already told you what it was. She's her assistant, and that's that. So you need to take that shit up with Rolly. And I don't even know why Rolly let the girls fight Slim. Like, that was so whack. Like, anyway, but that's another video. So then Slim is like, "Look, right now I'm not an assistant. I'm a baddie. I'm the original Slim. So I'm, gonna get comfortable here. I'm gonna take a shot and yeah, do my thing." So then we see Nunu talking to the baddie. She introduces herself, explains her story, and whatever, whatever. Basically, her beef with Anna and Biggie, and just getting to know the other baddies on the bus. And one thing I love how Ivory was just embracing Nunu, embracing Slim. She's like, "Yeah, it's big Ivory, it's Nunu, Slim, whatever." She was just embracing them. She was lit. She was taking shots with them. Like, she was just good vibes. Like, I like that. I like to see this side of Ivory. So then we see the OGs now. The next scene, we see the OGs getting ready to board their PJ. And I don't know what Jayla is wearing. Like, girl, you already look older than you really are with this haircut, this ramen noodle haircut you have. I don't know why she's dressing like that, looking like she ready to go to Sunday service. I don't know what, like, it's a nice outfit, but I mean, like, for your age, and like, I don't know. I don't know. You already look old with that hairstyle. You don't need this outfit, girl. You should be dressing like Scotty. If you're gonna have a hairstyle like that, dress like Scotty, girl. Cause no, no. So anyway, the baddies get on the PJ, and it's all the OGs, and they're just talking about what happened at the rage room, and they're asking Natalie basically like, okay, are you what tricks do you have up your sleeve? Because Natalie always got something, some plot twist. And yeah, so they're like, okay, are you bringing any more newbies, any more replacements? And she's like, yeah, I might bring one or two, and we already know who that one or two is. If you've seen the trailer, if you've been keeping up with the drama on IG, we already know who the 1-2 replacements are. It's Tommy and it's Mel, you know, for Ivory. Mel from Now That's TV. Yeah. So those are the two people that she's bringing back. She didn't say their names in the episode, but we know who it is. So then Natalie's basically asking Anna and Biggie how she feels about Nunu, you know, and how they feel about Nunu. And, Biggie's just like, she don't gotta say nothing to me. I don't need nothing from her. I don't have nothing to say to that girl. We don't need to have a conversation, nothing, whatever. And Anna's just like, like, I'm not gonna, keep fighting her all the time. I'm over it. But then in the next breath, she's like, she gotta apologize to me. And if she doesn't apologize to me, I'm a fighter every day. So I don't know. It's like, it's contradicting with Anna. But Natalie likes her. She's like, I like Nunu. she's the only one who had a storyline last season, and Anna and Biggie are like, yeah, she well, not Anna and Biggie, but Anna and Scotty. Don't know why she's interjecting again in Anna's business. I don't know when they became such good friends. But yeah, Anna and Nunu, Anna and Scotty, sorry. They're basically like, yeah, well, she had a storyline last season because of Anna and Mariah, their beef. She was piggybacking off their beef. But, Natalie doesn't care. The viewers like Nunu. She likes Nunu. Nunu's good for the show. She brings the drama. She's going to do what production tells her to do, uh, obviously, because production told her to start some shit with Anna, and she did it. So, that's the thing. Like, when you do what production wants you to do, when you obey and you do what you're told, you do what production asks of you, you're going to get brought back on the show, you know? So it is what it is. But anyway, Anna and Biggie, they're not looking to squash the beef with Nunu anytime soon. And Tasiki, she puts her 2 cents in, after how many episodes of not saying nothing. And she is basically just like, you guys could let it go. Like, it's really not that serious. Like, Anna, Biggie, like, let it go. Like, you guys don't need to drag this shit on. It's, like, it's pointless. So then we go back to the bus where the new baddies are. And we see, Slim and Summer getting into it again. And, Summer's basically calling her out like, oh, you like to talk about, she's calling Slim out, basically saying, oh, like, you like to talk about people's kids and stuff like that. You think it's okay to talk about people's kids? And Slim is like, so is it okay for someone to talk about my father, my deceased father at that? And Slim is like, not Slim, Summer's basically like, yo, it doesn't matter. Yo, fuck that nigga. I don't care. And who told her to say that? Who told her to say that, man? Slim jumped on that ass. I mean, obviously Summer had an advantage because she was standing way over her. But Slim was ready to squabble after that. And Lex had the nerve to say, oh, I guess, Summer hit a nerve or something. Like, well, yeah, no shit. Like, she said, fuck that nigga. And her dad is dead. Like, what? So anyway, they get to tussling, and the whole time I'm just thinking, oh my God, why is this happening on the bus? Why didn't any of the baddies, because I know Slim wasn't there for the range room, so she didn't hear when Natalie said, if you guys damage anything in the house, on the bus, it's coming out of your check. I'm like, why didn't any of the baddies tell Slim? Why didn't they pass on the message to her? Because if this girl damages anything, it's going to come out of her check, and we already know Slim, she's already probably going to have a small check because she's not going to be on the show for long. She's not even coming back as a real baddie. She's coming back as an assistant, and we know Slim needs her money. She needs her coin. So, oh boy. Girl, I hope you guys didn't break nothing on that bus. That's all I have to say. But right is right and wrong is wrong, and Slim does not care. She's like, girl, I'll fight you on and off this bus. When we get off this bus, we are going to squabble. And that's exactly what happened. Because when they came off the bus, when they got to the house, I should say, when they came off the bus, it was on, girl. It was on. They were squabbling. Slim and Summer, they were squabbling in the grass. I think they ran about 4 rounds. Summer got the best of Slim. I mean, it was a really sloppy fight. But if I had to choose a winner, I would say Summer. Because, like, she kept getting Slim on the ground. And I was really surprised because Slim can fight. She can fight better than that. Slim really disappointed me. I can't believe she let... Anyway, because Summer's not the best fighter. She's not that good of a fighter. But, like, I don't know. I think Slim forgot to fight, man. Because this is not the same Slim that we had on Baddie South, okay? Because she was keeping up with Krishan, and Krishan could fight. So I don't know what happened to Slim, but like, you let Summer beat you up basically, And it wasn't like she really like beat her up, but you know, mm, yeah, she got the best of Slim. Slim didn't really have any marks or anything like that. She didn't have a knot or any bruises except for like on her knee. I don't know if that was from falling in the grass. I think it was from falling in the grass because she fell like about 3 times. And then I think she had some broken fingers from punching Summer. Yeah, that's about it. But other than that, she didn't really have no damage, and she didn't really care about winning or losing. She just wanted to squabble up, run her fades, and that was that. And again, they ran like 4 fades. Um, the baddies were enjoying this, man. They were enjoying this show. All they needed was some popcorn. But yeah, Slim was happy. She felt like she did her big one. She's there twerking in the grass and shit. And she basically let the baddies know, like, I ain't going nowhere. She looked Summer right in her face and said, bitch, I ain't going nowhere. So then the baddies go in the house, and the house is giving cabin in the woods. Um, that's really what it looks like, a cabin in the woods. It looks clean, cozy. From the outside, it looks kind of small from one angle, but then they show another angle, and the house looks like twice as big. But it's very inside is given very cabiny with all the wood and stuff. Most of the baddies don't like it. They think it's giving very, Jeepers Creepers, Freddy versus Jason horror movie type of vibe. But I mean, it looks, cozy, country-ish, I guess. You know, and once a house is clean, and you have your own rooms to sleep in. I mean, hey. But yeah, majority of the baddies did not like the house. Even the OGs when they showed up, Anna really wasn't feeling the house. Biggie liked the house though. She said it gave her country vibes, and she's a country girl, so she really liked the house. But when they all got in, when everybody, all the baddies, the OGs, the newbies, sorry, when they got in the house, and they're all sitting and they get to talk and whatever, the OGs notice, okay, like they see Slim's wig on the table, and they're like, okay, we see a wig off. Who got to scrapping? Who got to squabbling? And the baddies, the newbies, they basically explain the story, like, Slim and Summer got into it. Well, Slim was explaining the story. She's like, yeah, I had to stand on business. And Natalie's like, what business did you have to stand on? And Slim is like, yeah, I had to run some fades with Summer, you know, because she's trying to bully me and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And Rolly's like, Rolly chimes in, and she's like, I didn't bring you here to squabble with any of the baddies. You're here to be an assistant. You're not here to scrap with anybody. And I'm thinking, well, I mean, yeah, okay, she's here to be an assistant, but if a bitch want to try her, like, what is she supposed to do? Just get bullied? Like, no, she has to, stand on business, like what she said. So Slim is just trying to explain that to Rolly. And, Natalie, ugh, with her fake ass, she chimes in, she interrupts and says, Slim, when Rolly's talking to you, you just need to shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Natalie. Like, I understand now why Rolly is as cocky and as arrogant as she is, and she feels like she's above everybody else because of things like this. Like, if she wanted to tell Slim to shut the fuck up, she could tell her that on her own. Like, she doesn't need why are you speaking for Rolly? You know? I know you're scared of her because she whooped your ass on Baddies South, but you don't need to speak for her. That really annoyed me. The way they're just talking to Slim, the way they're just treating her like she wasn't on one of the original seasons. Like, Slim is more of an OG than half of these girls on the PJ. Tasiki, Biggie, and you guys treat this girl like she's. It's disgusting the way they treat her, you know? But anyway, Rolly asked her, I didn't bring you back here, to squabble with any of the baddies or, you know, do any of that stupidness. So she's basically like giving Slim rules like, okay, you're not gonna be um partying with the baddies, you're not gonna be doing this, you're not gonna be doing that, just giving her some rules. I forgot what the rules were, but like I remember one of the rules was you're not gonna be like turning up with the baddies, you're not gonna be drinking or whatever, whatever. She's like, I know you're drunk, and like, oh, they're just being so condescending and mean to her. But yeah, so and it's like you don't really need to give her rules because already she doesn't like get to do much with you guys. Like when you guys go to the club, she's not even with you guys. So I don't even know why Rolly gave her that rule. Like, oh, you can't party with the baddies. Like, she doesn't party with you guys. She had a couple of shots on the bus because she has to come with you guys. She's an assistant, right? So she has to travel with you guys. But I mean, like, oh my gosh, like let the girl breathe, man. And Slim is basically telling her like, okay, I already follow most of those rules anyway, so it was nothing for her. But you know, you know how Rolly likes to just talk down on people. So Rolly asks her, do you still want this assistant position or not? And we didn't really get a clear answer from Slim, but we're gonna find out in the next episode because this is where the episode ends, guys. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed my recap, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I have more content coming every week. I'm gonna be coming out with reviews for this show and other shows too. I'm gonna be doing Jocelyn's Cabaret and maybe Baddies Gone Wild. I'm not sure yet. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.